Hello, welcome to Kush News, the newscast of the African diaspora. I'm your anchor, Ochanda, daily bringing you the top stories from Africa and the Caribbean. Let's take a look at today's news on Tuesday, December 19th, 2023. We go to Congo, where they are set to hold presidential elections. Tomorrow, December 20th, the Democratic Republic of Congo is holding its first presidential election since 2019. Multiple challenges increase the risk of unrest during these elections, such as political unrest and instability. Reports show that there are over 75,000 polling stations across the country. And here are the major candidates for this election. The incumbent, Felix Tshisekedi, president, is the leading candidate as he seeks a second 5-year term. Among more than 20 opposition candidates, two have emerged as serious contenders. Martin Fayulu, a former oil executive and the Unity opposition candidate in the contested 2018 elections, and Moise Katumbi, a businessman and former governor of Katanga province. Three other noteworthy candidates are Nobel Peace Prize winning gynecologist Dr. Denis Mukwege and former banker and current civil society leader Floribert Anzuluni. Those in Congo, let us know on if you will be taking yourself to the polls tomorrow. Also, let us know on who you will be casting your ballot for. We want to hear directly from you. Let's go to Egypt, where they announce the winner of the presidential elections. Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi has secured the third term in office, according to the National Election Authority. Al-Sisi received 89.6% of the vote, and he ran against three other candidates. The election was held over 3 days between December 10th and December 12th. The authority put turnout in last week's presidential election at about 66.8%. The previous election, held in 2018, had a registered turnout of about 41%. Authority had also stated that the voting percentage is the highest in the history of Egypt. The former military leader al-Sisi was first elected president back in 2014 after ousting and outlawing the Muslim Brotherhood that led the previous government. He was handed a second term back in 2018, and in both elections he gathered and garnered 97% of the vote. Egypt's constitution limits presidents from serving more than 3 terms in office. The duration of terms was adjusted from 4 to 6 years back in 2019 after a constitutional amendment. Al-Sisi's most prominent challenger, Ahmed Tantawi, halted his campaign back in October, saying that the officials and individuals targeted his supporters. Al-Sisi pledged to address the country's economy, which has been grappling with a major crisis, and his government initiated an International Monetary Fund-backed reform program back in 2016. Those in Egypt, let us know on how you feel. And also, congratulations to President Al-Sisi of Egypt. Let's go to Sudan, where the paramilitary seizes control of a crucial hub. The Rapid Support Forces said on Monday that they took control of a Sudanese army camp east of the Khartoum Bridge. This comes as intensifying fighting continued close to Wad Madani, the capital of Al Jazeera state. On December 15th, the Rapid Support Forces began a massive military campaign in the state, although the army said that they had repelled the invasion. The Rapid Support Forces launched another offensive early on Monday, and there are reports of citizens fleeing the city towards other states and a number of civilian casualties. Those in Sudan, let us know on if you feel that a long-term ceasefire is to come, with both sides meeting and coming to a truce. Also, if you've gotten a chance to go to any neighboring countries, we want to hear directly from you and share your side of the story. Let's go to Southern Africa, where we go to Zimbabwe, where they announce big plans for the next calendar year. Zimbabwe is set to become the first country in Africa to have an unmanned border post by the end of 2024. This will see travelers entering and exiting the country using their electronic passports and having fingerprints and faces scanned without having to go through traditional manned border control. This system uses biometric data recorded on the passport, such as fingerprints and facial recognition, to verify the identity of the traveler whose face and fingerprints are scanned and compared. Once the traveler's identity has been verified, the boom lift lifts and they are allowed to pass through the unmanned border posts. The system has many benefits, according to the government spokesperson, including reducing waiting times and streamlining the process of entering and exiting the country. Under the Second Republic, Zimbabwe has been stepping up efforts of digitalizing the country. The government has since acquired a long range drones for surveillance and patrolling the country to address security challenges posed by border jumpers and smugglers. Those in Zimbabwe, let us know your thoughts and your excitement on being able to enter and exit without having the use of a passport. Also, if you're a digital nomad, if you plan on going to Zimbabwe next year without having to pull out your physical passport. Let's go to the Caribbean and end it there. We go to Haiti, where a former Haitian senator has been sentenced to life in prison. A federal judge in the United States on Tuesday sentenced a former Haitian senator to life in prison for conspiring to kill Haiti's president, Jovenel Moise, back in 2021. The former senator, John Joel Joseph, is the third of 11 suspects detained and charged in the United States to be sentenced in what prosecutors have described as a plot hatched in both with Haitian and American citizens have hired mercenaries to kidnap and kill the then Haitian president. The Haitian president was killed in his home and was the age of 53. John Joseph was a well known politician and opponent of the slain president's Tete Kale party. He was extradited from Jamaica in June to face charges of conspiring to commit murder or kidnapping outside the United States and providing material support, which resulted in death. The sentencing came 2 months after Joseph signed a plea agreement with the United States government, hoping to get a reduction in his sentence. In exchange, he promised that he would cooperate with the investigation. The federal judge handed down the maximum sentence at a hearing that lasted about 30 minutes. After the hearing, Joseph asked for mercy and said that he never planned to kill the Haitian president. Wearing a prisoner's beige shirt and pants, he was handcuffed and he had shackles to his ankles as he listened to the judge ruling seated next to his attorney. According to the charges, Joseph, also others, including several dual Haitian American citizens, participated in a plot to kidnap or kill Haiti's president. Among the participants were about 20 former Colombian soldiers. Joseph was arrested in Jamaica back in January, and in March he agreed to be extradited to the United States. The Haitian government also arrested more than 40 people for their alleged roles in the murder. Those in Haiti, let us know on if you feel that justice has been served. Also, let us know on how you think that the country will be going in the next year of 2024. When we come back, we'll have today's African proverb of the day. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Let's take a look at today's African proverb of the day, and it comes to us from the Yoruba. What's going on, man? Niger, right? And I know that there's Yoruba and other West African countries as well, but what's going on, Yoruba? And it reads: The man who has bread to eat does not appreciate the severity of a famine. Once again, the man who has bread to eat does not appreciate the severity of a famine. Yoruba proverb. The man who has bread to eat doesn't appreciate the severity of a famine. This one's pretty difficult to try to decipher or interpret for myself. I know that when people are not facing hard times or any type of challenges, or they're living soft life, they don't think about what it means to be destitute, or to live in poverty. So I believe that we can interpret this as, uh, whatever situation that you're going through, the next person might not know, or you yourself, you have no idea on what somebody else goes through, whether that's financial or even mental. 2023, it seemed like a big year to talk about mental health. And so, I know that there was a big focus, especially in the West, about, being considerate about people's mental state. Let me know your interpretation of today's African proverb of the day, as well as your thoughts, views, questions, comments, and concerns on the top stories. Don't forget to hit that like button. Make it your best friend. For Kush News on Kush Convos TV, I'm Ochanda. We'll see you soon.